WEEK. Bradley Basketball is brought to you by your favorite Ford dealers. See why there's more to afford. By Budweiser, brew refresh taste guaranteed. By Hardee's, home of made-from-scratch biscuits. By the new Dodge at your Dodge dealer. By Bud Light, make it a Bud Light. By SUFQ, where membership counts. By Clarity Herbicide, an advanced technology, a higher standard of broadleaf control. By OSF St. Francis Medical Center, a commitment to life. By your local Amana Heating and Cooling dealers. They'll keep you in your comfort zone. By Zenith, the quality goes in before the name goes on. By Frontier Herbicide, you can do better with Frontier. By First Bank, it just makes sense to call us first. By Lippman's Furniture and Interiors, for the way you want to live. By University Ford, your convenient good friend dealer. And by Bradfield's Computer Supply. Service is what we sell.
The Bradley Braves come back home, but it's right back into the land of the Giants for BU as they host Kansas State. Hello and welcome to Bradley Basketball here on WEEK. I'm Lee Hall. Earlier this week, it was the Braves at Michigan in the Big Ten. Tonight, they welcome the Big 12 and the Kansas State Wildcats. And Ron Ferguson, Michigan was big. K-State is every bit as large as the Wolverines. Half a dozen of these players are 6'9" or bigger. The biggest guy is Gerald Aker at 6'11".
Well, Gerald Aker happens to be the only player on the roster from the state of Illinois. He went to St. Joe Westchester in the Chicago area, and his coach, Gene Pingator, was the same coach, of course, that coached Isaiah Thomas. So he comes from a pretty good program. And he is one of the top shot blockers in the NCAA.
The Bradley big men played well against Michigan. They out-rebounded the Wolverines. They need a little bit better production from Aaron Zobrist, who scored all 16 of his points after halftime on Monday night, but he struggled from beyond the three-point line.
Well, one of these games, Aaron Zobrist is going to break out of it. He's 6 for 20, which is 30% from the three-point shooting this year, and his lifetime is 43%. If he can just approach 40%, the rest of the season out, Aaron Zobrist is going to help us win a lot of basketball games.
And Kansas State played a little bit of zone in their loss to Wichita State, so hopefully Aaron can get open behind the arc. We'll be back with the starting lineups of tonight's ball game in just a minute.
A lot of people buy used cars from private parties.
It's a real cherry, ain't it?
But if the cherry turns out to be a lemon, you can find yourself in a real squeeze.
The motor blew up. Talk to Junior.
At University Ford, every used car and truck we sell has a 30-day warranty, which means you'll never have to talk to Junior. University Ford, your good friend dealer.
With so many viewing choices, Zenith makes selecting and recording programs simple at last. Featuring Starsight, the only on-screen program guide that lets you select any show, anytime, and record at the touch of a button. Available now with Zenith's best picture ever, Zenith with Starsight. See them at your Zenith dealer.
Purchase your Zenith today from your friends at Sherman's.
You want it all? Well, now you can have it with two of Toshiba's best office performers. For tremendous speed and high monthly volume, the Toshiba 6550 is the copier you want. And for lightning fast transmission and 2 meg document memory, the Toshiba TF851 is the plain paper laser fax machine you want. You can get them both at OPC.
Premier value from the Sonic team. Automate with OPC.
OSF St. Francis is proud to be a company that cares.
Lee Hall and Ron Ferguson back at Carver Arena as the Bradley Braves get set to host the Wildcats of Kansas State. Tonight's opening lineups brought to you by Hardee's, home of made-from-scratch biscuits. First, the visiting Wildcats, 3-1 on the season. It's Manny Dyes at one forward. At the other forward is Josh Reed getting his first start of the season for Tom Asbury's Cats. In the middle, the young man we talked about, Gerald Aker. Iomi May is at one guard and Aaron Schwartzendruber at the other guard for K-State. For Bradley, Jim Molinari's starting lineup has not changed in the first 3 games. Kerry Burrell and Cameron Rigby at the forwards, Bayo Akinkale in the middle, and Roberson and Zobrist at the guards. Should be a good one. Bradley and Kansas State. K-State won in overtime a year ago. And the Braves try to avenge that loss here on their home floor. We'll be back with the tip-off in just 1 minute.
Which pickup, do you suppose, has the most powerful gasoline engine, the most powerful diesel, the most cab room, the most available towing, the most available payload, better resale value than Ford, Chevy, or GMC? If you guessed Dodge Ram, you hit it right on the nose. Dodge Ram. The rules have changed.
That isn't the last one, is it?
Yeah, why?
Did I mention that I found the negatives from your bachelor party?
It'd be a shame if Carla found out about that whole Niagara thing.
Can you say cubic zirconia?
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Room service.
Denver at Green Bay tomorrow at noon on WEEK. That should be a great game tomorrow afternoon here on WEEK, and we should have a hot one here tonight at Carver Arena as Bradley hosts Kansas State. There you get a look at the Wildcats head coach Tom Asbury in his third season as head coach of K-State. He was at Pepperdine 6 seasons previous to that. He's been a head coach 8 seasons. He's gone to the postseason 6 times, and there's Jim Molinari. 3 straight 20-win seasons for Bradley. His mark 84 and 66 at BU, 126 and 83 overall. As you get a look at Eric Roberson greeting the Mullen Army, who's here for the first time this season. Bradley comes into it 1-1. They beat Chicago State handily and lost a heartbreaker at Michigan. Kansas State is 3-1 after losing against a much improved Wichita State team earlier this week, Ron.
Well, and that's kind of a good barometer. Everybody's going to, of course, likes to look at comparative scores, and Wichita State beating them on their home floor certainly was a big victory for Wichita State. So what we know another thing now, we got another tough game on our schedule, or a tough pair of games. This is going to be a good ball game. This is a veteran team, 4 starters back from last year, and I think it's going to be an excellent ball game, and we're going to have to treat this, and every game we play against somebody like this, we have to treat them like we're playing Michigan all over again.
A big week, literally, in Bradley basketball. They played the Big Ten on Monday, and now Saturday night sees the first ever visit of the Big 12. Of course, the Big 8 expanding this year. Last time a Big 8 school was here was back in 1990 when Missouri came to Peoria and got a win. Tip is up, and it's controlled by Kansas State. Bradley will, as usual, open in the man-to-man.
In the preseason league, the Big 12 is 45-7 as of 2 days ago. That's a pretty good record against the non-conference foes.
And the early whistle goes against Roberson on the block. Roberson, the redshirt freshman out of Pittsburgh, his first personal. Comes just 15 seconds into the game. They go inside to Anchor. He takes up about that much room inside.
That was an easy lob. They cleared out, and we couldn't provide any weak side help, and Bio had to do it all alone, and he's a little bit bigger than Bio.
Cameron Rigby, 14.5 points a game. He is fouled. He'll go to the line.
Good move by Cameron. And the other night I commented he went up a couple of times and got a shot block, but I see he gave one of Wayne Funches his under the basket fakes and got the foul. That's what he has to be able to do.
Cameron Rigby, 6'8", 235-pound freshman. Played his high school ball in Anchorage, Alaska. He misses the free throw. He averaged 17 points a game, 12 rebounds as a senior last year, and has really given the Braves a lift inside. Makes the second, so Bradley is on the board.
Both teams started out in a man-to-man defense, but I expect to see a little zone north from Kansas State, and probably from us too.
Manny dies from the free throw line. Akinkale is there for the board.
Dyes had a wide open shot. I don't know if that's by design or not. Maybe coach is laying off Dyes. We'll find out the next time down the floor. See if he gets that same shot.
Yeah, he only shoots 33%, so it might be a case where they'll let him shoot it. Shot clock at 10 for Bradley. Inside again to Rigby. Burrell has to let it go with 3 on the shot clock, and he hits Kerry Burrell. The first bucket of the game for Bradley.
Very good. We're trying to get it inside to Rigby and Bio, but I see they're doubling up on Bio as soon as he gets it, so that was a good pass by Rigby back outside.
They go inside to Aker again, and again, Aker is able to score over Bio Akinkale.
Well, he's bigger than Bio, and if he gets the ball in that kind of position, it's going to be tough for Bio to do anything unless he fouls him, and we don't want Bio to do that.
Akinkale, the quick turnaround. He's quick off the floor. He did that well early against Michigan.
Kansas State's bringing the ball down the floor. I think they want to play a little more of an up-tempo game.
Here's Schwarzendruber, the guard out of Iowa, with a miss. And Roberson comes up with the rebound, quickly ahead to Zobrist. Oh boy. I was just going to say, Aaron struggled in the first half. Actually only had 2 shots against the Wolverines on Monday evening. Inside to Dyes, help. The block from behind by Akinkale looked clean, but he's whistled for the foul.
I think he got him with the body, Lee. Bio's got to learn not to come down with his hand. He just has to go up and just put his hand on the ball.
First foul on Akinkale, second team against the Braves, and Manny Dyes to the line. Jim Molinari's team had a 17-point lead in Manhattan a year ago and ended up losing in overtime to this Wildcats team. Tied at 5. We've played about 2.5 minutes.
As a team, Kansas State is not shooting as well from the line as Bradley is. They're shooting about 65%. And Bradley's shooting about 67%.
Zobers can't get open off the screen, but Rigby is open inside.
Great post up by Rigby. He looks better every game we see him. I really think he's going to be a fine player. He is already.
He's done well, averaging 14.5 points a game after just 2 games in a Bradley uniform. Good ball movement by the Cats, and Reed gets the bucket.
Got the shooter's roll that time.
Roberson and the Braves work it around. They go inside now to Akinkale, who's tied for 5th in the Valley in scoring, but he airballs that time. Turnover against Aker. Ron, I think it's obvious that K-State wants to get the ball inside and at least give Aker a touch every time down the floor, at least in the early going.
They want to get it inside, and they wanted to kick it. They're sure they scouted the Michigan game, and they wanted to get them inside. If they don't have a shot, they want to get right back out, and they're going to take those shots. Michigan kind of hesitated on that. Schwarzendruber's covering Zobers, and he just stays right with him. He doesn't even...
There's a block shot by Aker, who set a K-State school record a year ago in that category.
Since he's been at Kansas State, there's only been 4 games where he hasn't had at least 1 block shot.
They go into him again. Turnaround jumper won't go. Rigby was held, but Bradley gets the ball anyway. Roberson open on the baseline, shooting 50%. He hits his first shot of the night.
I'm glad to see that because we need to have Roberson score a little bit. If he can score just a little bit, he's so darn valuable in there.
Now they go inside to Rhodes. His shot blocked by Rigby.
I think he might have got a little bit of the wrist there, but evidently not serious enough for the officials to call it. Rivers hasn't had a chance to shoot a 3 yet.
Morrell to the hole. He'll go to the line.
Both teams are playing rather aggressive man-to-man, and if they continue to play at this pace, there's going to be quite a few fouls. And both teams are trying to pound the ball inside. I know we're trying to get the ball inside, too.
That foul was on Josh Reed. Second team foul on the Cats. Sends Kerry Burrell to the line. Senior out of Chicago, Simeon.
Nice to see the students back tonight, too. We've got a great crowd over there with the Mountain Army. That really helps the team and picks up the whole arena.
Three-point Braves lead. We played just about 5 minutes. And work it inside. Now Rhodes and Aker play catch. Here it comes. Reflexes are still pretty good.
They're hitting the boards much like Michigan did. I don't know.
Matthew Lee will check in when we return. Braves up 3.
Two, 4, 6, and 8. Numbers to think about when comparing Ford Explorer to Chevy Blazer. 2, because Explorer's got 2 airbags, twice as many as Blazer. 4, because Explorer's anti-lock brakes are 4-wheel disc, not rear drums like Chevy. 6 people can ride in Explorer's bigger interior, too. And Explorer's 8-cylinder power is something Chevy doesn't even offer. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do you appreciate? Ford Explorer. More room, more power, and a resale value thousands higher than Chevy Blazer. See your favorite Ford dealer today.
I hate being cold. I hate cold floors, cold feet, cold seats, cold showers, and cold people.
She needs to call Solar Heating and Air Conditioning for Amana's one hot deal.
Most of all, I hate chills and high heating bills.
Call Solar Heating and Air Conditioning for one hot deal and get the high-efficiency Amana furnace that's right for you and pay nothing until May.
Don't you just love warm people? Amana.
3-point Bradley lead. The end of the game, we'll pick the Dodge Player of the Game. See the new Dodge at your Dodge dealer. Well, Ron, Bradley didn't have to face Kansas State's top scorer a year ago, and so far tonight haven't had to face Mark Young.
I know. I'm sure we're going to see him, though. Young was a Defensive Player of the Year last year, or made the All-Defensive team in the Big 8 last year, and played against us last year and did an excellent job when we played down in Manhattan, Kansas. Incidentally, you know what they call Manhattan? The Little Apple. I'll tell you what, it's a long way. It's a long way from being compared.
I've been to the Little Apple. I've been to the Big Apple, and it's no Big Apple.
I'm not sure I'm sure that's appropriate or not.
It's a nice little college town.
Last year when we lost down there, if I remember right, we missed a lot of key free throws at the end of that game, and by a variety of players. It wasn't just one person.
17-point lead got away from Bradley in that when they lost in overtime. That was probably one of those games you figure they should have had.
Matt Lee's in there now for Ohio.
Matthew Lee hasn't missed a shot this season. He's number 3. They go inside to Rigby. That's a freshman deal right there. Put it on the floor, right, Coach?
Yep. They're going to have to do something with Eker. They can't just shoot it.
That was Young. He's into the ball game now for the Cats.
Silver still hasn't had a shot except the layup.
Burrell knocked out of there by Aker, his second block of the night. 59 blocks a year ago. That was a K-State school record. Kerry Burrell gets a seat. Shire comes in for him. Gavin Shire out of Burlington, Illinois. And Bio Kinkale will replace Cameron Rigby.
Well, Matt Lee certainly deserves to play some minutes off of his performance over at Michigan, and I'm glad to see him out there early in the game.
Yeah, 7 points in the first half off the bench. Really a big lift.
Was in his zone from the out-of-bounds play. So.
Yeah, but that's not a passive zone at all. I mean, they really go get you. Had to let that one go.
Off the backboard. I don't think, but Aaron had to let it go. So
it's 7:20 on Saturday night, folks, but the bank is open. That's a way to break out of your slump. 30% from the three-point line.
I heard the Kansas State, one of those Kansas State assistant coaches yelled over to, "You got to get out on him," they said. Well, he was almost to midcourt.
You win a car for a shot like that. Zobrist's first points of the night. Ayumi May with the personal foul.
Last year, Ayumi's name was Taco.
Paco.
And it's still, I guess it is his nickname or middle name, but evidently he doesn't want to be called Taco anymore.
No, Paco.
Paco.
Not Taco.
I was close.
Either way.
I was close.
Either way. Not the most flattering of nicknames.
No, that's probably why he wanted to get rid of it.
Oh. Wide open. Ayumi. Formerly Paco.
Well, we got a break there. We gave him a real easy shot, and they kind of...
Braves lead it by 6. Robertson makes it 8.
Hey, what a great rebound, offensive rebound that was.
There is a glimpse of the athleticism of Eric Robertson.
And that's all that was, is athleticism, I'll tell you that.
Wow.
Great rebound by Matt Lee. That brought the crowd to his feet, that tip by Robertson.
Outstanding. He's shooting 50% on the young season for BU. Lee puts it on the floor and loses it.
Okay, he made something happen. I think he was trying to stuff it.
I got screened there. I couldn't tell if somebody got a hand on it or if he just lost control. Let's take another look. Now there's a foul that will send Bio to the line.
But he made something good happen. He took the ball to the hoop. They blocked the shot or fouled it, probably a combination of both, and then Bio was right there for the rebound and got the foul, so hopefully we'll get a couple free throws out of this.
Kinkale, a 67% free thrower a year ago. Tom Asbury. Assistant coach to Jim Herrick once upon a time at Pepperdine. Bio goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Beecher's out of the lineup, so when he's out of the lineup, we ought to take it inside differently. We're in the zone now. I'm glad to see Jim mixing up the defense a little bit and playing a little zone. I know he won't stay in it very long. But I think it's good to mix up your defense occasionally.
Gavin Shire picks up his first foul of the ball game, third on the team. Bradley out to a 9-point lead over Kansas State.
Who can you count on? SEFCU members are your friends and neighbors, working together. Borrowers help savers, and savers help borrowers. And the more every member borrows and saves with the credit union, the better value every member gets. SEFCU members are people like you who count on each other to make great things happen.
And this is where we spend a lot of our time.
I can see why. What a beautiful room.
Oh, it's just a little something I threw together.
Come on.
Okay, I confess. Lipman's did it. You wouldn't believe how much time and money their professional designer saved us. I just told them what we had in mind and what our budget was, and they took care of the rest.
Do you think they'd have any ideas for my house?
They might have a few.
Lipman, for the way you want to live. Peoria and Bloomington Normal.
We've played just over 8 minutes, and it's a 9-point Bradley lead. The Bradley scoreboard throughout the game presented by Graphic Express, your business printing resource. Let's take a look at this play around. We talked about the athleticism of Eric Roberson, the redshirt freshman. I believe he saved this ball from going out of bounds at one end. He got the rebound and then tossed it to Aaron as he fell out of bounds. Now let's take a look at the rest of the play. Who's there again? But Eric Roberson, great end-to-end hustle, great athleticism to get up and tip it in. He only goes 6'4", 190.
I'm not sure he's quite that big.
I don't think he is either. Reed with the bucket.
Reed's a good-looking freshman.
That ends a 9-0 Braves run.
Kansas State played a very aggressive defense. They're not giving us a lot of time to...
Zobrist gets it, catches it, hits it.
Maybe that shot, maybe you were right, Lee. That one shot hit off the backboard may have started the string. That was like an NBA 3, too.
Well, I think the key for Aaron is to get his feet set. Josh Reed's got his feet set in this one. He's got 7.
They gave it right back.
Something we talked about Monday night. If Aaron can catch that ball off the pick and get his feet set and get that shot off, he really has to get his feet set and get a good look at the basket. That one won't count.
The crowd got a little bit where Aaron's defensive player just kind of gave him a little shove when he tried to get by him there, and the crowd kind of gave a ooh and an ah there for the official.
Braves will be in the bonus on the next Kansas State foul. Akers, make that Aker. He fills Akers. Aker back into the ball game for K-State. 6'11", 245.
Kansas State zones the out of bounds.
Hope you're enjoying Bradley basketball here on WEEK. Lee Hall, Ron Ferguson, Matt Lee, no good.
Okay, that was a good shot, and it wasn't blocked. He thought it was going to be blocked, and he didn't have full control over the shot.
Go inside to Aker, 10 points a game. That one won't go. Gets his own rebound.
He's a tough horse under there. And Bio just afraid to pick up a foul, so he kind of had to back off there on the second rebound.
Bradley lead down to 5. Good hustle by Akinkele there to save the ball. Bradley maintains possession. Shot clock at 15. Akinkele.
That's what Bio should take. If he takes that Eker out just a little bit further, he doesn't come out with him, and he can hit those shots. He was standing in the lane there a few seconds.
Young, leading scorer for K-State. It's just a 2. Young's first basket. He averages just over 13 points a game for the Cats. Burrell.
Get in there.
Off the rim, off the backboard, nothing but net. Carey has 5. Braves back up 7.
Riley's back at his own. They kind of play a twin.
Nice hands by Gavin Shire, who's known as a shooter.
Kansas State plays like a double poster there with their 2 big guys in there, and they just kind of interchange in there. It makes it kind of tough.
K-State wants a 20. It's new this year, 2 full timeouts, and they took that 3rd timeout and made it a 20. 3 20s every half.
3 20s, and they can carry 2 of them over to the second half if they have 2 left.
You like that?
Yeah, I like that. Anything to shorten it a little bit and give them the chance to get organized and stop the clock and whatever else they need to do. And I don't think, I don't know if everybody likes it. I'm not sure our advertisers like that.
I think we'll find a way to take care of them, hopefully, and keep them happy. We're glad to have them with us. Glad to have you with us. 9:10 to play, first half. It's Braves up 7. K-State trouble getting it in. Good defensive pressure by Bradley on the inbound.
Another athletic move by Roberson. Roberson created all of that.
Jim Molinari's not one to gush over his players, but he has to be ecstatic about the way his freshmen have played here in the first couple of games of the year.
No question. And Roberson is just completely kind of an unknown because he couldn't practice last year, so he had no idea really what kind of player he would be.